Breaking tonight, severe thunderstorms took a turn for some homeowners in Greenville.
7 News' Lauren Miller was on the scene this evening of trees that fell on 2 homes.
This scene came as a complete shock to the neighbors here on West Parker Road. At least 2 trees have fallen on 2 mobile homes, and the neighbor who lives in this one says it's destroyed part of her home.
This tree right here is through the living room, down into the living room, and the base of it is through the back. The windows busted out, the roof is caved in. It's a lot of damage.
It's not what Brandy Hawkins expected when she came home.
I was actually out doing some DoorDash. I just pulled up and I seen the tree across the house. Panic. Are my animals okay? I mean, yes, it's my home, but are my animals okay? Everyone was okay. Don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Brad Ballou, the battalion chief with the Parker Fire Department, says once storms rolled through, his department received multiple calls.
We had that line of storms roll through between 6 and 7 o'clock. It did cause an influx of weather-related types of calls.
Crews were stretched thin, he says.
Automatic fire alarms were going off. We're responding engines to those. Cars and flooded roadways were, stranded. We had to respond out there for those. Just multiple power lines down, trees down the roadways, and then this one behind me with a tree down on the mobile home.
But it wasn't long until neighbors started to clean up. Chainsaws started up and people worked quickly to remove branches leaned against their homes. The Parker Fire District says calls have settled back down and no injuries have been reported. In Greenville, Lauren Miller, 7 News.
Quite a mess in so many areas. The Parker Fire District urges people not to drive through flooded roadways and not to approach down power lines during severe weather like we saw.
Lawrence County Council passed the first reading of a plan to pause most new residential developments. Taylor Farmer has more on what that might mean for future growth.
Right now, Lawrence County leaders are working to hit the brakes on new homes being built in open and underdeveloped areas.
They're not saying no to future homes, just not yet. If approved in a final vote, the temporary moratorium would temporarily block any new construction on open land until county leaders finish updates to their subdivision ordinance.
I want people that I graduated with to come back and live here and not move somewhere else. So we're open to development. We just want it done in the right way and a product that our citizens are happy with.
Matthew Brownlee says that right way includes preserving green space, something he says residents have told him they value.
In Lawrence, we want to welcome development, but we also, the residents that live here and put us in office, those are our first priority.
As council considers changes to the development ordinance, Brownlee says it's time to reevaluate lot size requirements developers can request while also ensuring a portion of each project remains untouched. Some major developments we visited, like Cambridge Farms in Clinton and Brentwood and Fountain Inn, have preliminary plans approved and won't be affected. Projects like Wren Woods, which has already made significant progress, will also move forward. But for developers whose plans haven't yet received approval, they'll be put on hold.
Subdivisions and developments that are going in now could have been passed 2 or 3 years ago, so it takes a long time for that process to go through. So I believe that developers probably utilize this time frame. It may slow them down some, but utilize this time frame for extra engineering, design of the neighborhoods, and whatever else they're planning to do.
If the moratorium passes a 3rd reading, council leaders tell me the temporary development pause is expected to take effect around August and could last up to 6 months. In Lawrence County, Taylor Farmer, 7 News.
Lawrence County Council says they hope the pause lasts less than 6 months. The first reading passed 4-2. One of those council members was absent for the vote.
Also breaking, 4 law enforcement officers were sent to the hospital after being exposed to a substance they believe may be fentanyl. The Oconee County Sheriff's Office says it happened around 8:30 last night at a QT station in Seneca on Highway 123. According to the incident report, deputies were taking Ryan Baker into custody when they say he pulled out a bag of purple powdery substance. 2 deputies came into contact with the powder along with another deputy and a Seneca police officer who arrived at the scene. All the law enforcement officers have been cleared. Baker faces 5 drug charges and a weapons charge.
Thanks, Malachi. A local organization's following up on a pledge to help, hear the thunder, child care providers across Spartanburg County expand services. We're talking about Project 100, led by One Spartanburg, that is directly funding 5 locally owned facilities: Croft Christian Academy, Little Beginners, Naomi's Academy, and Miss Tammy's Little Learning Center, along with Victory and Learning Child Care Academy. Project 100 provided a total of $164,000 to those 5 facilities, adding a total of 100 new daycare openings.
At 7 News Alert, Duke Energy customers could soon see an increase in their electricity bills. Duke officials say an application was filed with the Public Service Commission of South Carolina requesting a revenue increase of $150.5 million, or 7.7%. The company says if the rates are approved, customers using 1,000 kilowatts per month would see an increase of $10.38 per month. Duke provides electricity to more than 660,000 customers across the upstate. New at 10, the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department says 6 people have been arrested, accused of stealing 5 vehicles, a utility trailer, tools, and construction equipment. Now, deputies say a week ago they responded to Graydon Road for a stolen trailer call. They found 5 cars stolen from different counties and stolen tools and construction equipment again. Meth, marijuana, firearms, and ammunition were also seized. We've got more details on the arrest over on WSPA.com. The Greenville County Sheriff's deputy has been fired after she was arrested. Records show that while off duty, Heidi Blackstock was charged with 3rd-degree criminal domestic violence in Pickens County last night. The Greenville County Sheriff's Office says they conducted a review and Blackstock was then fired. 7 News is working to learn more about the circumstances of her arrest. Blackstock is now out on bond, and she has been ordered to not have any contact with the victim. An arrest has been made in connection to a deadly shooting in Anderson County. The Anderson Police Department says Tyshawn Kareem Lomax has been arrested for the murder of Kevin Edwards. The shooting happened a month ago at South Jefferson Apartments, where police say Lomax shot Edwards. Edwards was injured in the shooting and taken to ANMED, where he later died from his injuries.
Welcome back to YC, presented by Ingalls. As the nation prepares to celebrate the 4th of July on Friday, we acknowledge the service members, veterans, and first responders who keep our country and community safe.
Absolutely. Now, one company is stepping up in a powerful way to say thank you and to remind us of the power of community and service.
Tractor Supply Foundation Director Marty Skold-Jordan details Tractor Supply's Hometown Heroes initiative.
We just want to say thank you in so many ways. So we're doing that by that $1 million donation and saluting and helping with all of those nonprofits by saluting our hometown heroes, which are folks in our stores. We also have for everybody. So if you're a part of our Neighbors Club, if you are a veteran first responder, you get special discounts 3 times a year.
K9s for Warriors Director Dan Clavel explains how the nonprofit helps veterans.
We're training these dogs to provide the support that our veterans need to acclimate back into life. You know, we're truly saving 2 lives at the end of the leash.
Hometown hero Jen Stout was recognized for her work during Hurricane Helene.
Our team was able to continue to stay open, provide shelter, provide supplies that were needed each and every day. It's been an honor to serve. It's been an honor to continue to serve, even though I now wear that red vest for Tractor.
Learn more at tractorsupply.com/hometownheroes.
Very cool. Love acknowledging all of those.